The great halls of the alien empire were silent that morning. Sunlight streamed through the high crystal windows, reflecting off the polished floors. Servants hurried along the corridors, but whispers filled the air. Today the impossible had happened. Lysera, the daughter of the alien queen, had returned. She had been gone for 10 years and no one knew where she had been. Some believed she was lost forever. Others thought she had been captured by the cosmic void that lay beyond the empire. And now she returned, not alone, but with a human by her side. The human, Ethan, walked carefully behind her. His posture was straight, but he looked out of place in the tall armored halls of the alien capital. His skin was pale and his eyes were bright with intelligence and determination. The aliens watched him with suspicion. Humans were small, fragile, and often underestimated. Yet here he was, chosen by Lysera to be her protector. The council chamber was massive, filled with alien nobles in flowing robes. Each face was carved with age and authority, their eyes sharp and cold. Lysera stepped forward, her green eyes glowing softly. She had inherited her mother's power, and a calm authority radiated from her. She spoke, her voice echoing through the chamber. "I have returned," she said, "and I have chosen a protector, a human named Ethan. He will stay by my side not as a servant but as an ally." Gasps echoed in the hall. Some aliens whispered to each other and a few scowled. Humans had always been considered weak, their role limited to simple labor or distant trade. To have one chosen to protect the queen's daughter was unimaginable. One council member, an elder named Tharix, stepped forward. His eyes were narrow, his voice cold. "A human. Do you trust him? How can a human protect you? They are weak, they are disposable." Lysera looked at him steadily. "Ethan has saved my life more than once. He is clever, brave, and loyal. His value is not in his strength alone, but in his mind and his heart. The galaxy is changing, and we must change with it." Ethan bowed respectfully. "I am honored, and I will serve faithfully. I do not seek power, only to protect Lysera and to help all of us survive the dangers that come." The council murmured. Some were still angry, others curious. Lysera continued. She told them of her journey during the 10 years she had been missing. She had traveled far beyond the Empire, beyond even the known galaxies. There she had seen a threat unlike anything her people had ever faced, a cosmic entity that consumed worlds. "The threat is real," Lysera said. "It will come for us all if we do not prepare. And I have learned that humans, clever and adaptable, may be the key to surviving it." Tharix scoffed. "And you think one human can save the Empire?" Lysera's eyes flashed. "Not one human. But humans working with aliens may be stronger than any of us alone. I have seen their courage. I have seen their minds at work. You will see it too if you give them a chance." The council was divided. Some feared change, clinging to old traditions. Others saw wisdom in Lysera's words. Still, none could ignore the human who walked calmly beside her. The first test came sooner than expected. A sudden alarm rang throughout the palace. Sabotage had occurred in the energy core that powered the capital city. Panic spread among the servants and guards. Ethan did not hesitate. He ran to the control room, examining the intricate systems. The alien engineers struggled to find the problem, their methods precise but slow. Ethan moved with speed and clarity, identifying a small hidden device placed by unknown saboteurs. He deactivated it, saving the energy core from collapse. The council watched in awe. No alien had noticed the device. Ethan's actions were simple but brilliant. For the first time, many began to question their prejudices against humans. Lysera smiled at him quietly. "I told you they would see," she said softly. The following days were filled with tension and intrigue. Alien nobles approached Ethan, some to challenge him, others to spy on him. He faced every trial with intelligence and courage. Lysera stood by him, defending him when others spoke against him. Slowly, respect grew, but the threat Lysera had warned about was not distant. Strange cosmic signals appeared on the Empire's monitoring systems, ripples of energy that moved across star systems unpredictably. No one knew what they were, but fear spread quickly. Some aliens wanted to retreat and fortify their worlds. Others proposed using overwhelming force to destroy the anomaly. Lysera disagreed. "This is not something we can fight alone," she said. "We must understand it and we must act together. Humans, aliens, all of us. Division will destroy us faster than the anomaly ever could." Ethan worked alongside alien scientists and strategists, explaining human methods of analysis and problem solving. He proposed experiments and simulations, showing ways to predict the anomaly's movement. Even the skeptical council members began to see value in human ingenuity. But danger was closer than they realized. A rival faction within the Empire saw Lysera's alliance with a human as a threat to their power. They began plotting to remove both Lysera and Ethan. One night, while the city slept, alarms blared again. The palace was under attack. Shadows moved across the corridors, cloaked figures attempting to breach the royal quarters. Lysera and Ethan were ready. Together they fought strategically, Lysera using her powers to control and repel, Ethan predicting enemy movements and protecting both of them. The battle was fierce but brief. They managed to escape the palace, leaving behind the city that once celebrated their return. Outside the walls they boarded Lysera's ship, sleek and advanced, ready to leave the empire that now feared them. As the stars streaked past the windows of the ship, Ethan looked at Lysera. "Where do we go now?" he asked. Lysera's eyes were distant, thoughtful. "To the outer edges of the galaxy. There we will learn more about the threat. And there, we will show both humans and aliens what is possible when we work together." The Empire watched them leave with a mixture of fear and hope. Some whispered that the daughter of the Queen had chosen poorly. Others wondered if humans truly could hold the future in their hands. Ethan looked out at the endless expanse of stars. He felt small yet powerful in a new way. He was not just a protector. He was a bridge between two worlds, and he knew that whatever lay ahead, courage, intelligence, and trust would be the keys to survival. The cosmic signals grew stronger as they traveled. Shadows of the unknown stretched across star systems, but for the first time in generations, humans and aliens had a chance to face the threat together, united, not divided. Lysera placed her hand on Ethan's shoulder. "We may be the first to see this danger," she said softly, "but together we will survive it. And perhaps we will teach the galaxy something it has forgotten, that courage and intelligence are stronger than fear." Ethan nodded, feeling a warmth he had never known before. The stars stretched endlessly before them, full of danger and wonder. The journey ahead would be long, but they were ready, and as the ship leapt into faster-than-light speed, a new chapter began, for Lysera, for Ethan, and for the humans who might just change the fate of the galaxy. The stars stretched endlessly outside the ship's windows. Lysera and Ethan traveled farther than any had dared before. The cosmic signals that had threatened the Empire grew stronger, pulsing like an invisible heartbeat across the galaxy. "Ethan, look at this," Lysera said, pointing to the holographic map. Strange ripples of energy moved through star systems, changing direction without warning. "The anomaly is not just a storm, it seems alive." Ethan leaned closer, studying the patterns. "It reacts to us, maybe to our fear or hesitation," he said. "If we fight blindly, it will grow stronger," Lysera nodded. "Then we must act carefully, and together." Their first step was to gather allies. Lysera used her influence as the Queen's daughter to contact alien clans who had been loyal to her family. Ethan reached out to human colonies, explaining the threat and showing that cooperation was their only hope. Slowly, a coalition formed, a mix of humans and aliens, each bringing unique strengths to the table. The fleet assembled near a dangerous sector of space. Alien warships gleamed with power, while human ships, smaller but nimble, formed tight formations. Tension hung in the air. Some aliens still doubted humans' abilities. Some humans feared the aliens' vast technology. Yet, under Lysera and Ethan's guidance, they began to see the power of collaboration. Lysera held a council aboard her ship. "The anomaly will feed on distrust and fear. We must work as one," she said. Her voice carried calm authority. "Aliens trust humans' ingenuity. Humans trust aliens' strength. Together we are more than any threat in the galaxy." Ethan spoke next. "We can stabilize the anomaly using adaptive shields. Humans have developed technology that can adjust in real time to unpredictable energy patterns. If we combine it with alien power systems, we can contain it." A few skeptical alien scientists murmured doubts. "It may fail," one said. "We cannot rely on human technology alone." Ethan smiled, unshaken. "It's not about relying on humans alone. It's about using the strengths of all of us. Alone we are weak. Together we are unstoppable." The plan was set. Human engineers worked alongside alien crews, sharing knowledge and learning quickly from each other. Lysera coordinated the fleet, her powers amplifying communication and focus. Even the skeptics began to see that the humans were clever, adaptable, and courageous. Finally, the anomaly appeared on the sensors, a massive, swirling rift of energy, stretching across star systems. It pulsed and writhed like a living thing, casting waves of fear and doubt into the minds of those who approached. Ships trembled as if the anomaly could reach inside and control them. Ethan took a deep breath. Remember, fear makes it stronger. Confidence and unity make it weaker. Trust each other. The fleet moved in carefully. Alien warships opened fire, but the anomaly absorbed the energy without faltering. Human ships using adaptive shields began to stabilize sections of space around the anomaly, creating safe corridors. Lysera's powers amplified the shields, spreading the protective zones wider than anyone thought possible. An enemy attack came unexpectedly. Rogue asteroids influenced by the anomaly struck at the fleet. Ethan predicted their paths and guided the ships, saving dozens of vessels from destruction. Aliens who had doubted him before now saw his skill and quick thinking. But the anomaly was clever. It sent waves of energy toward Lysera's ship. She raised her hands, focusing all her power on the anomaly, but it resisted. "Ethan, I need your help," she shouted. Ethan activated the human technology, adjusting shield frequencies to match Lysera's energy patterns. The anomaly pulsed violently, then slowly began to stabilize. The combined power of alien strength, human ingenuity, and Lysera's abilities created a barrier that held the anomaly in place. Still, the anomaly was not defeated. It pulsed again, sending a massive energy wave toward the fleet. Ships shuddered and alarms blared. Ethan saw a pattern in the anomaly's movements. Its pulses were predictable if they acted quickly. "Lysera, we can trap it in a feedback loop," he shouted. "Use your powers to amplify the shields, and I'll adjust the frequencies to keep it contained." Lysera nodded. "Do it." Working together, they synchronized their efforts. Humans monitored the shield systems, making rapid calculations. Aliens powered the massive energy conduits. Lysera focused, channeling all her inherited energy to stabilize the anomaly. Slowly, the chaotic pulses of the anomaly became orderly. The fleet watched in amazement as the rift's destructive energy dimmed, confined by a glowing barrier of light. Finally, with one last surge of coordinated effort, the anomaly stabilized completely. It no longer threatened the fleet or the Empire. The stars were calm once more. A cheer rose from the ships, both human and alien. Aliens who had once doubted humans now bowed in respect to Ethan. Lysera smiled, her eyes shining with pride and relief. "Today we have done more than survive," she said. "We have shown the galaxy what is possible when courage, intelligence, and trust come together." Ethan looked around at the fleet. "We didn't just fight the anomaly," he said. "We fought doubt, fear, and division, and we won." News of their victory spread quickly across the Empire. Humans were no longer seen as fragile or weak. They were heroes, recognized for their courage, intelligence, and ability to work with others. Lysera's influence grew stronger, as she demonstrated that unity between species could overcome even the greatest threats. Back on the alien homeworld, the council convened again. Therex, who had once scorned Ethan, spoke this time with respect. "Humans are remarkable. Their courage and cleverness saved us all. Perhaps we underestimated them for too long." Lysera stood beside Ethan, proud and calm. "They are more than remarkable," she said. "They are our partners, and together, we will explore, defend, and thrive across the galaxy." For Ethan, the journey had changed everything. He was no longer just a human from a distant world. He was a protector, a bridge between species, and a symbol of what humans could achieve. He knew there would be more challenges ahead, but for the first time he felt the full strength of humanity's potential. As Lysera's ship returned to the Empire, both humans and aliens celebrated. Ships flew in formation, lights shining across the sky like a promise of hope. The cosmic anomaly was neutralized, but more importantly, old prejudices had been broken and new bonds had been forged. Lysera looked at Ethan, smiling softly. "We have done what no one thought possible. But this is only the beginning. Together we can face anything." Ethan nodded. "Then let's make sure the galaxy knows the strength of humans, and the power of working together." The stars stretched before them, endless and full of possibilities. Together, Lysera and Ethan had not only saved the Empire, they had changed it forever. Humans were no longer the weak outsiders. They were leaders, heroes, and a force to be reckoned with. The galaxy was vast, full of danger and wonder, but for the first time in centuries, humans and aliens faced it together, united, courageous, and unstoppable. And somewhere beyond the stars, new adventures awaited, where humans and aliens would continue to prove that courage, intelligence, and unity could overcome any challenge.